Hey there, and welcome back to Applied Wisdom, Literature for Living Better.
Great to be here.
Today we're doing a deep dive into Darrin Donnelly's old school grit. Times may change, but the rules for success never do.
Yes, a really solid one.
You know, we're all on this path, trying to grow, get better. And this book, it really gets down to the core stuff.
Right.
Not those quick fixes, but the fundamental principles that just, well, they just work.
They endure.
So we're going to pull out some of Donnelly's key ideas and really think about how you can actually start using them right now.
That's the goal, isn't it? Practical application. Donnelly's background, looking at sports, success, mental toughness. It gives him a unique lens.
The Sports for the Soul series.
Exactly. And with old school grit, his aim seems to be stripping away the noise, all the trendy advice, and reminding us that, look, real achievement often comes from these timeless, maybe unflashy strategies.
The ones we forget about sometimes.
Yeah, the proven methods that are easy to overlook when everyone's chasing, the next new thing. His writing is definitely motivational too, pushing you to find that inner strength.
So old school grit, you mentioned it's not just about working hard. What's the real definition here? What does Donnelly mean?
Good question. It's definitely more multifaceted than just like brute force effort.
Yeah.
At its heart, it really starts with unwavering passion and purpose, a deep commitment to those long-term goals, the why that keeps you going when it gets tough. And then there's steadfast perseverance. Meaning maintaining that effort and interest over the long haul, consistent application day in, day out. And resilience is huge here, inherent resilience, bouncing back from setbacks. But more than that.
How so?
Seeing them as learning opportunities, actually getting stronger because of the challenges.
So those bumps in the road are part of the journey, not stop signs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And woven through all this is profound mental toughness.
Staying focused under pressure.
Right. Determined, focused, even when things are stressful. Plus, you need that internal drive, that intrinsic motivation.
The push from within.
Yes, coupled with self-discipline. You need the drive and the control to act on it. And what's interesting, like you said, is how he contrasts this with maybe the modern focus on just talent or quick wins.
Yeah, the overnight success myth.
Exactly. He brings it back to character, internal fortitude, the stuff you need for any long journey. And importantly, he argues it's something you can develop. It can be learned. That's
encouraging. So let's dig into some of these core rules Donnelly lays out. The first one, embrace the grind. Doesn't sound fun, but feels necessary.
It might not sound glamorous, no, but it is absolutely foundational. The key here is that consistency.
Day in, day out.
Right, that commitment. It's not about occasional heroic efforts. It's about showing up, doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. He's very clear. There are no sustainable shortcuts to meaningful success.
So for someone listening, how does that translate to personal growth?
Well, it's about learning to value the process itself. Building that discipline muscle, understanding that mastery in almost anything, it's a marathon.
Not a sprint.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
In our world of instant gratification, embracing that longer view, that grind, can actually be a huge advantage. It builds resilience along the way.
That makes sense. You build momentum through consistency. Rule 2, seek discomfort. Now that one sounds, well, uncomfortable.
It doesn't it? But that's the whole point, really.
Go on.
The idea is that real growth, significant growth, it happens outside the comfort zone. Donnelly says discomfort isn't just something to be tolerated, it's where strength is forged.
So we should actively look for it.
In a way, yes. For personal growth, it means intentionally choosing challenging experiences, even small ones.
Like what?
Could be trying a new skill, having a difficult but necessary conversation, pushing yourself physically, anything that stretches your current boundaries. It helps break down those limiting beliefs we all have.
Intentional stretching. Got it. Then there's master self-discipline. We all know we need it, but actually doing it.
It's tough. But Donnelly frames it interestingly, not as restriction, but as a tool for
freedom. How so?
It's the ability to align your actions with what you really want long term, despite temptations or distractions.
Resisting the easy path.
Exactly. So for you, listening, it's about building positive habits, managing impulses, focusing on priorities. Self-discipline is basically the engine for consistent progress towards your goals.
Right. Passion gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Next, build unshakable resilience. We touched on bouncing back, but how do you build it?
Yeah, the key word is unshakable. It's not just getting back up, it's getting back up stronger, like we said. It involves reframing setbacks, seeing them not as failures, but as feedback, valuable data.
So what went wrong? What can I learn?
Precisely. For personal growth, this means consciously developing coping strategies, learning to keep perspective when things go sideways, and viewing challenges as opportunities to adapt and improve, not roadblocks.
That mental shift seems critical. Another rule, maintain a clear vision and laser focus. Easier said than done today with distractions everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. It's a major challenge. But Donnelly stresses purposeful hard work.
Purposeful.
Meaning it's not just about being busy, it's about directing your energy towards clearly defined long-term goals and actively, intentionally minimizing distractions.
Turning off notifications, maybe?
That's part of it. For personal growth, having that compelling vision, that clear why becomes this powerful motivator. It helps you push through difficulties. It's like a compass.
Knowing your destination keeps you from wandering off course.
Yeah.
Okay, then take absolute ownership. No blame, no excuses. That feels like a big one.
It is huge and incredibly empowering, actually.
How so?
It's about taking 100% responsibility for your actions, your reactions, your outcomes, no finger pointing.
Even if it wasn't technically your fault.
Especially then sometimes. It's about focusing on your response, what you can control. For personal growth, this fosters a proactive mindset. You stop being a victim of circumstances.
And start being the driver.
Exactly. If you own the situation, you own the potential solution too.
That's a powerful reframing. He also mentions commit to lifelong learning and adaptation. So even with old school rules, we need to evolve.
Absolutely. And there's a humility in this, isn't there? Recognizing you don't know everything, that there's always more to learn.
Right.
Donnelly makes the point that grit isn't rigid stubbornness, it's flexible strength. Being able to adapt your approach without losing sight of the main goal.
So adaptable, but still anchored.
Perfect way to put it. For personal growth, it means nurturing that growth mindset, staying curious, always looking for ways to improve and adjust.
Makes sense. And the last one we'll cover. Cultivate unwavering perseverance. This really feels like the essence of grit.
It really does tie it all together. It's that dogged determination. Just keep going, even when it feels impossible. Donnelly notes that many great achievements aren't about genius, but about simply outlasting the obstacles, not giving up when others would.
Sticking with it.
Yes. For personal growth, it means developing a long-term view, celebrating the small victories along the way to keep motivation up.
Fuel for the journey.
Right, and remembering that initial passion, that why, when things get really hard.
So let's bring this home for the listener. Someone on their own growth path, hearing all this, what are some practical first steps they can take away from Donnelly?
Good question. First, maybe just consciously adopt that growth mindset. Believe you can develop grit. It's not fixed.
Start with the belief.
Yes. Then get really clear on one or two meaningful long-term goals. Define your why for them. Make it compelling.
Right.
Then maybe pick just one small daily habit that supports one of those goals. Something manageable. Start there.
Tiny habits.
Exactly. Also, intentionally step outside your comfort zone this week. Just once. Something small but challenging for you.
Okay, seek a little discomfort.
And when you face a setback, big or small, try pausing and analyzing it. What's the lesson here? Practice that productive failure idea.
Learn from it. And ownership.
Yes. Focus on what you can control in any situation. Practice taking that responsibility. Catch yourself making excuses.
It sounds like breaking these big concepts into small, doable actions is key.
That's exactly it. Donnelly's framework isn't just theory. It's incredibly practical. Applying these principles, even imperfectly, can really boost your resilience, your confidence, your ability to actually achieve what matters to you. It builds that inner strength.
Old school grit definitely offers a powerful lens for our own growth. A good reminder that the foundational stuff really does matter, still holds true.
Absolutely. So maybe start by picking just one principle that really clicked with you today. And just think about one tiny action you can take, maybe even today, to start living it out a bit more.
Fantastic advice. Thank you for breaking down Darrin Donnelly's wisdom with us.
My pleasure. Great book.
And thank you all for tuning in to this deep dive. Stay tuned for the next one. And if this helped you, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.